Good afternoon and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare-sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. The sun is shining. It must be baseball season.
It's going to be a great baseball game today, Jeff. And 2 times we've been here at McGregor Field. The sun is shining, but we got a really good one today. Bay City Western making that trip down US 10 over to visit Bay City Central. And, I was thinking about this earlier today. It doesn't matter if it's baseball, shuffleboard, tiddlywinks, basketball, whatever. Central Western get together. It's always a lot of fun.
It's exciting, and it's always very, very hard fought. Western is fighting for a conference championship for the first time since last year.
I was just going to say,
they've got
that happened lots lately?
Yeah, they have just had a string the last 10 years or so where they have been a baseball factory. It starts with great leadership and stability at the top.
Well, you look at Tim McDonald, he's been there forever, Jeff, and he's just really got a good program going there, and it's consistent, like you said, from the lower levels. When these kids get up to the varsity level, they know what the expectations are, and big games are not unfamiliar for the Western Warriors. They've played in a lot of them lately. Semifinals, 3, 4, or 5 of the 4 out of the last 5 years. So this is nothing new for Bay City Western.
Well, when we talk to Coach McDonald, he says pretty consistent hitting, or defense, pretty consistent pitching. He goes, the variable is hitting, and he goes, some days the hitting is there, and then other days we struggle.
Well, and this might be a good game for them to break out of it, Jeff. Big rivalry, a little bit more focus. The week of preparation, they probably put some extra time in the batting cage. So we'll have to wait and see what the Western Warriors do when they get to the plate.
Well, they're going to start the game with one of the top sophomore pitchers in the state in Seguin.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. I really am. I've heard good things about him. Never saw the young man pitch, but I think we'll see some good things out of him, and it's going to be really nice to watch him pitch today.
On the other hand, for the Bay City Central Wolves, Coach Brady Neitzel leading that group. I think this group from the start of the season to now is the most improved team in the SVL.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Jeff. They are getting better deeper into the year. We saw them do a really nice job against a pretty good Pinconning team. They beat them 17-7 right here on their home field. So I think if they get some good pitching and some good hitting going on, I think they can really give the Warriors a test today.
Well, they got Carter Bublitz on the mound. He's going to be around the plate, and so the Warriors are going to have an opportunity to swing the bat. But if he moves in and out and up and down to try and keep those batters off balance, we expect to see a good ball game.
Yeah, I'm looking for good things out of Bay City Central. They're getting better. Brady does a nice job. The kids are playing hard. We like what we saw the first time we saw them play. I think they're going to do a nice job also today.
Well, they got the secret weapon on their team, too.
Oh, yes, Ford Randall.
Coach Ford.
Well, I'll tell you what, anytime he's on the field, that's always going to bring you good luck.
Well, we are excited about the possibilities. That about puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare-sponsored pregame show. Back with all the game action in just a moment on BCTV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Central's home field. We have got the Western Warriors and the Bay City Central Wolves. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. Glad to have you along. Nick Page doing it all today, directing, producing, and cameraman. First pitch of the game is a little bit high from Carter Bublitz.
Nice weather out today, Jeff. A little breeze coming in from the outfield, but Western and Bay City Central couldn't ask for a better matchup here late in the season.
Well, this Western team is perennially at the top, and this year is no exception. I think you look at what we've got from beginning of the year to right now, Bay City Central I think easily is the most improved team in the SVL.
Yeah, I think so. You're right, Jeff. And we saw them against the Pink County and Area Spartans a couple of weeks ago. We've talked about a little football score, 17-7, Central over Pink County in that baseball game right here at the McGregor Complex. So that was a good test for Bay City Central. And Coach Neitzel's happy with his squad. They're improving, getting better, and we're going to look at districts here before you know it.
Yeah, districts just around the corner. Count is full right now, but that was a special day because the excitement and energy of the McGregor kids coming over, plus you give them something to drink and a bag of popcorn, and they're like a pig and poo.
And they got out of school, too, so it was a perfect storm.
Small bonus there. So Bublitz ends up getting first base, and here is the middle of the three Sequin boys. Older brother just graduated. He's a sophomore and already throwing in the low 90s as a pitcher. We hear that the best of the three might be 2 years behind and coming up in a year or two from the middle school. So, just to survive.
They just keep making them out there at the Sequin family.
Just to get at, the scraps from the table with the other two big eaters there. You really got to fight just to get a good meal.
Well, I know that youngest one's going to be one tough kid. He's going to have to fight the big brothers. He'll get his scraps, but he's going to have to pay for it.
So we got a 1-1 count right now here in the top of the first, and that ball hit in the hole between first and second base. And, you don't want to see that first throw coming in from the outfield missing that cutoff man, because that can allow that backside runner Sequin to scoot down to second.
Oh, that was a nice hit right there. First and third, nobody out, Jeff, here in the top of the first for the Warriors. And nice batting so far. Good eyes by the first batter, and nice hit by number 2 at the plate for Warriors is number 8.
Owen Dominowski.
And Owen is the
number 3
center fielder. Western's coming to bat.
And they know that Bublitz is going to be around the plate, and they're whacking at the first good thing that they see.
Nice job. Coach McDonald said, fellas, we're going to get up to the plate, and we're going to start swinging the bat.
Next up, the cleanup hitter, number 6, Cal Plurski.
Plurski, the next batter for Bay City Western. He's their starting first baseman.
And he certainly is got extra base.
He's a big
power.
fella.
And again, that little different stance is he's got that back foot about a third of the way in the box, but that front foot is definitely on the inside line of the strike zone. And
like you said before, they're hugging it.
Back in the day, you used to think that you could get to the middle. That thing is hit up the gap, and that thing is going to one-hop the fence. So now they are going to have a play at third base. Here is a perfect throw, and it just gets away from the third baseman, Brady Ranke. I think Brady was trying to pull that sweep tag before he had the ball.
Yeah, and the ball went into the dugout, Jeff. So Plurski is going to get a triple, and then he's going to get to come home for the Warriors, making the score here in the top of the first 3-0. But you're right, it was a pretty good throw. Good relay, good fundamental baseball by the Wolves. Just didn't complete the catch down at third base.
It was a very good relay, and again, in time, I really think he was trying to grab it and swipe at the same time. He may have had a split second longer than he thought he did to be able to make that play.
Yeah, that Coach McDonald had him going. He looked over there halfway down. Coach McDonald said, we're going to meet each other over here at third base, and Plurski went in head first, and the ball went into the central dugout for the extra base, get him home.
And we got Robbins up to bat now for Western, the number 5 hitter, and he's saying, I feel kind of lonely out there. There is nobody on the bases for me.
None of my friends are out there with me.
Western scoring 4 runs with their first 4 batters in this game. 3 runs, as they did get 1 out, and that ball goes out of play. And that one, unlike the other day when you had all those seagulls going after one French fry.
Yeah, there's no kids.
Was here.
There's no elementary kids to track this one down.
We signed a few autographs that day, too. We had a great time. So that ball's heading up the right center field gap as well. So nice job by Stokowiak to get over there and cut it off, but still with a stand-up double.
Robbins with a double to the fence.
So they are teeing off early here in the first inning.
Andy, the starting right field for Bay City
Next up for
Western.
Western, number 30,
And
Gabe
you're right, Jeff.
Whitmer.
Western is coming to the plate, and they're looking to hit the ball. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning, and it is 4-0. Excuse me. I thought it was 3. They added another
Yep.
one.
Yep, the board had one out, and this could be that first out of the inning as they sacrifice the runner along to third base. And, if you're a lefty and you got a runner on second, the one thing you want to do is hit the ball to the right side and advance the runner.
Nice hop for the second baseman for Central McGill. Makes that one out. And Brady Vrabel, the starting third baseman for Bay City Western.
So I had a chance to spend a couple of minutes with both of the officials, and I said, how is the strike zone going to be today? They answered in one word, generous. I absolutely love that. Look at that. Just tease the ball into center field. A one-hopper out to Aaron Kine. But the hit parade and the merry-go-round continues in this first inning for the Western Warriors.
Yeah, Vrabel went down and got that one, Jeff. Nice piece of hitting. Just a little drop right down there, but right in front of the center fielder makes that score 5-0 Bay City Western here in the top of the first. At the plate, number 5 for Bay City Western, and that is LaRue.
As the
Brady LaRue.
Yep. Well, that ball hit deep and short. Nice job to get one, unable to get two, as Jose Castilla made a nice backhand play and flipped it over to Sebastian McGill for one out. So we have 2 down now and a runner on first base here with the Western Warriors continuing to make first inning noise.
Yeah, number 10, the Aiden Richard.
Richard is the catcher. Mom Sarah works in the district. Did some work with my son when he was homeschooled for a year, and she was an absolute joy.
I remember that.
She came into our household. What a very caring and loving lady.
I do remember that. You said great things about that teacher.
So the whole family is very, very well grounded, and not that many others aren't, but we certainly know the intricacies of that family and think very highly of them. He's got himself a nice starting catching job, too, and comes home with a few shiners here and there and black and blue parts of body. But, hey, I stuffed it and kept it in front of me. That's all that matters.
Well, what catcher doesn't have get beat up every game? That's a tough position to play.
Love marks are prevalent.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Wilson marks is what they are.
2 down here with the runner on second, and nice job that time by Bublitz. He pulled the string on that, but just could not get it up over the strike zone.
Got 2 outs, top of the first. Bay City Western starting off hot, 5-0 here in top of the first at the McGregor Field. Home of the Bay City Central Wolves.
Boy, and that ball, Stokowiak's going to have to go a long way for it. Makes a diving attempt and cannot come up with the ball. And that will be run number 6. Stokowiak had to go a long way for that. And it's going with that wind, pushing the ball. So it's going to be doing a little dancing out there as he tried to make a diving catch.
I saw a lot of that left to right ball flight last Wednesday on the golf course, and most of it ended up in the tree. So it was going away from Stokowiak. That was a tough ball to try to catch.
Well, Bedell said, I didn't get in on the hit parade in the first inning, but I got on base with a walk. So we'll see what he can do here with 2 down in the first inning. Ball just a little bit high. And Bedell, not one of the tallest players on the team, but, he's a road runner.
Oh, yeah. Second baseman for Bay City Western. Good start for the Warriors, Jeff. I think this is just how Tim McDonald would have drew it up right here for his Warriors. And the top of the first inning.
Well, even when they make it out, their small ball is advancing the runner and stuff. So you look at, he grounded out, but he advanced the runner, and boy, that ball is hit pretty good to left field, and unable to come up with the play is Landon Ellison. And this is going to be another two-base hit. And, again, that ball, the wind looked like it took that down and dived it as it was going into a crosswind. And Ellison thought he had a beat on it, and it just died at the end and couldn't make the play.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jeff. And that makes the score 7-0. And he kind of thought it was going to go a little bit farther. He took a step back, but he had to come in on it. It just kind of dropped and died, like you said.
Well, and like I thought when it left the bat, I thought that it had much more carry to it. And there's Jackson Miller making a great play at first base, and he just beat Sequin to the bag at the end of a half inning. It's 7-0, a football first inning for the Western Warriors. The Bay City Central Wolves on their way up. Look who's on the field right now before we go to break. He's coming out talking to Billy James. That's our Ford Randall. So we'll take a break and be back right after this on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at BayCountySportsHOF.com and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along. I like the fact catcher to catcher. Paulino Perez gives a little fist bump to Richard and says, hey, nice to have you in my neighborhood here. And, boy, he tattoos that first pitch going way back in center field. Finally coming up with that ball is Dominowski.
Oh, and Dominowski went back, kept going back. Jeff had plenty of room to catch that ball. But you know what? That's a good sign. Central's going to come out to the plate and start hitting, too. So nice job by Perez. He got it out there quite a ways. Just it's a big outfield out there.
Well, and I believe that's another one of those balls that got caught up into the wind, but it knocked it down because it seemed like Perez hit it better when it left his bat. But Dominowski tacked it.
You look at Old Glory out there. It's blowing from left field to center field. Good communication right there by Bay City Western, Jeff. And that was Cam Bedell making the call, or making the catch, and calling off first baseman Cal Pletsky. That's exactly how you do it.
Well, and how about the right fielder coming in as well? It was all three players with the ability, but Bedell takes charge and makes a great catch.
Came all the way in. And I can guarantee Andy Robbins and Cam Bedell and Pletsky were all talking to each other.
I like it when somebody takes charge and the other people are just there in case it's bobbled or dropped. And, boy, Sequin just throws a nice snap Charlie there and absolutely just froze the hitter from Bay City Central. So Castilla kind of overthrows that ball. It's 2-1 right now here with 2 down in the first inning. And they're like, let's switch the ball here. You know, it's always nice when you're an umpire and you got multiple balls in there. When you put it in, you know exactly where that ball is in your bag that you just put in. No, it doesn't. It could put it in the front, in the back, in the bottom, but you know exactly where it's at. Gotcha. So whenever you strategically think you want to pull it out, we find out it's like, I don't like the feel of this ball, and you throw it back out. Oh, this one's perfect. It's the same ball.
Well, we've had umpiring 101 and 102, so this is umpiring 103 we've got going. Class is in. Professor Doan is in the house.
Boy, and there's just a little dribbler, and Sequin has a easy 1-2-3 inning where he probably throws 10 pitches, so pitch count is good as well. At the end of the first inning, 7-0, Western over Central. Back in a moment for the second inning on BCTV.
In life, things aren't scripted. If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here for the start of the second inning, Owen Dominowski, the first hitter for Bay City Western, as they put a touchdown and extra point on the board here in the first inning.
We've seen a lot of scoring over here at the McGregor Field.
Yeah, there's just something about this field that screams offense. And Carter Bublitz says, oh, my goodness, I really didn't have a good grip on that ball.
I think that slipped.
That slipped. That looked like we were playing one of those Indian games of cricket.
Yes. There's one thing, I don't know if we could ever announce that.
Well,
I have no idea what they're doing in that game.
We'd have to do some studying and ciphering to get to that. So there is a line drive base hit as a very, very nicely struck ball for the start of this second inning.
Boy, the Warriors are starting off the top of the second like they started off the top of the first, Jeff. Got a runner on first base and nobody out.
Well, when we talked to Coach McDonald, he said, Jeff, I don't worry about my pitching. I don't worry about my defense. He goes, the hitting has not been consistent. Well, whatever he said in the pregame,
it's working.
I think the kids were finally tuned into what he had to say.
You think?
They are stroking the ball today.
Yes. Well, and sometimes you got to go through those valleys to get to the peaks, and this Western team came out swinging, and they are doing a nice job here in the top of the second with a runner on first.
Well, and this team is just perennially loaded. They really just keep manufacturing from one year to the next, and they just rebuild and reload every single year without having this is going to be a down year while we get. But the freshman and JV programs are both successful as well. That ball to the inside,
And if I'm not mistaken, it's back-to-back semifinals runs for Bay City Western in the state tournament. So, big games, they're not shocked by them. They're used to them, and they play a lot of them.
I believe 4 of the last 5 years they've had Final Four teams.
Yes.
So don't always make it to the final 2, but boy, just great to see them continue to manufacture win after win all year and every year. That ball just a little bit high, and 2 on and no out as Plarsky gets on.
And one of the things that you like about Western, Jeff, is Coach McDonald's been there a long time. Consistency, as we've talked many times, is a really big thing on your coaching staff, and he's done a great job with this program.
Well, great stability. You're right. The message is the same.
Yep.
That ball is fouled off.
Message is the same from the freshman up to the JV. And when you get to that varsity level, you know what the expectations are at that Coach McDonald level.
But then you get that rarefied athlete like Sequin that actually comes up and gets to start as a freshman. As that ball is to the outside and safe at third base, just ahead of the Paulino Perez throw. And just that fast, the back runner moves up again, and now you don't need to bunt. You've accomplished that purpose, and Robbins could just swing away.
Second and third, nobody out for Robbins, the right fielder for the Western Warriors.
As Bublitz comes just a little bit high with that next offering, it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think that was a little tantalizing to Mr. Robbins for Bay City Western.
He was thinking about it, but he says, I think I'll get something better to hit. And that ball is in the exact same spot, 3 balls and 1 strike. As
he's a big young man.
He shows a nice eye at the plate, too, and he's got to be chomping at the bit here on a 3-1 to see something that he might have a chance to square up.
Good stop.
That ball is down, and with first base open, I think that Carter Bublitz pitched him just a little bit cautiously. And now we'll find out how things go with Whitner.
Gabe Wagner, the left fielder for Bay City Western, Jeff. And Perez with a nice stop on that last pitch. And another nice stop right there, but a foul tip. So 7-0 here in the top of the second, Bay City Western. And Wagner had the ball in his pocket and forgot it was there. He says, "Here you go, Mr. James."
I hope I don't slide into second base.
I'm glad you saw that before I took a slide.
I don't want Wilson tattooed on my cheek. I don't slide into second base. Boy, that ball just trickles foul down the first baseline as Jackson Miller scoops it up in foul territory, so evens the count.
You know, these baseball players are all jack of all trades, master of none. They've got to go get the ball sometime. So he just forgot it was in his back pocket.
I'm glad he remembered in time. So ball on the outside. Bublet's trying to nibble on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, bases juiced with Warriors here starting the second inning, much like the first inning.
Yeah, very similar innings.
Boy, just gets a chunk of a curveball. Enough to live for another pitch.
I actually parked by you guys this time, so I'm going to take a chance, and hopefully nothing will get back there.
I parked far enough back, and I saw you and Nick both said, "I'll stay behind that big truck." That ball at first base is gobbled up, and it will be a fielder's choice out, 1 out, and the first run of the second inning. So it's 8-0 with 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position.
Nice job by the first baseman, Bay City Central, Jackson Miller, to get the sure out. Second and third for Bay City Western, 1 out. They put another run on the board, making the score 8-zip, Bay City Western.
It's Brady Vrabel up to bat. It looks like after this first inning that Bublitz is trying to mix things up a little bit more, and they're not squaring up on it quite like they did in the first inning.
Why?
So potentially a nice adjustment from inning 1 to 2.
It was a pretty good showing in that first inning for the Warriors, Jeff. And Coach McDonald, you know, like you said, he was a little worried about that, but I think some of those worries have gone awry.
Boy, and that ball is sky deep and is just shy of the warning track as we have got Stakowiak with a nice catch. And
flies out to deep right field.
So that was
Drives in a
about
run for Western.
305, 310 down there, but just shy of the fence. And that was one that the wind may have helped and aided a little bit.
He looked like he was also kind of looking a little bit into this. I don't know. He kind of had to duck a little bit, but he made the catch. It's 2 outs here in the top of the second for Bay City Western.
Perez can't quite get the ball, and that runner scores from third base, giving the Warriors 10 runs in the first 2 innings here at the McGregor Field, home of the Bay City Central Wolves.
I'm having a hard. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. That fence kind of gets in my way when I'm looking at the scoreboard.
There's a ball just on the outside. You know, Perez just went back and put that glove down in the dirt back here because that first pitch after it shoots a little spray of dirt as the ball hits it.
At the plate for Bay City Western is number 5, and that is Brady LaRue for Bay City Western.
Well, he walks on 4 straight pitches.
Good eye.
Takes the 2-out walk for Western.
He really didn't see anything he liked there, so he says, I'll take the free pass and see if we can get the merry-go-round going again.
Aiden Richards going to be the batter, the catcher. He had to take some gear off. He wasn't sure if he was going to bat this inning. He had the shin guards on, so he said, you know what, I'll take them off and see what I can do, get an extra run for the Warriors.
Gets the long set of signals from Coach Mack at third base. I think it just essentially means swing the bat and hit. Nice ball to third base, and Ranke to Jackson Miller for the 5-3 out. So as we go to the bottom of the second inning, it's 10-0. Western over Central. Back in a moment on Bay County TV. So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Caucaulin, or give us a call at 989-684-9607. Back here for the bottom of the second inning, Aaron Kine, the first batter for Bay City Central, as Sequin deals a close to 90-mile-an-hour fastball for strike one.
Did you just say Sequin was a freshman?
Last year he started on the team as a freshman.
Gotcha. Okay,
yep,
so
sophomore this year.
So he's used to the rigors of the Saginaw Valley and state tournament and doing all sorts of good things for Bay City Western.
Well, he's already starting to be scouted at the college level, and I look down in front. Normally they're back here by the concession stand, so we can't see them from here, but normally 2-3 people will have a gun out, and there is a big fly ball that is tracked down in right field.
Yeah, nice job by number 16, Andy Robbins, the right fielder, Jeff. That ball really traveled a long way, got it up in a little bit. But again, it's 325 down the line, so that's a big outfield out there, and Robbins did a nice job tracking that down.
Well, you could almost tell from the time it was hit that he had a beat on it, just the way he was running after it. And with the wind blowing like it is, nothing's a sure out there.
Yeah, it's kind of blowing out to right field, but it's coming out of the left field corner to the right field corner. So that's an interesting wind compared to what we've seen the last time we were here.
So Sequin's first two offerings might have been overthrowing just a touch on that last pitch. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Wyatt Stakowiak, the batter for the Bay City Central Wolves. Wyatt is the right field for Central.
He also doubles as a catcher.
Yep.
He's been stroking the ball very well for Bay City Central as of late, so we'll see if he can continue that today.
Had a nice football season, too, for Bay City Central.
That ball right down the middle. Stakowiak said, I'm going to make you throw one because I'll still have another pitch here on 3-2 to work with. Richard calls out the pitch. Sequin to the windup, and he just blew that ball by Stakowiak.
Yep.
He rears back and comes with a 90-mile-an-hour cheese.
He reared back and brought that thing, Jeff. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. McGill, the next batter for Bay City Central, and Sequin is just absolutely dialed in right now for Bay City Western.
Well, and again, he tried to overthrow a couple of pitches there in the middle of that at-bat, but when he needed to throw a 3-1 and a 3-2 strike, he came back and found the plate on both.
It's been impressive to watch this young man pitch.
Misses on the first 2 offerings again, so 2 balls and no strikes. So he comes to the set. Now he's out of the windup and right down the middle, just a touch low. And it's 3 balls and no strikes.
Good eye by McGill, getting the count to 3-0. Definitely going to be taking this pitch, Jeff.
That ball right down the middle, as you would expect.
Wolves need some base runners. Down 10-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
But at this point, it's like, I'm not going to fool you. I'm just absolutely rearing back and throwing the heat.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch.
Just misses on the outside, and McGill showing a real good eye at the plate there and finds himself with a free pass.
I think Jimmy Sequin thought that might have been a strike because he kind of took a little look into where Aiden Richard had it for about a second and a half, and they said, all right, I'll just have to go on to the next batter, but I thought that was a pretty good pitch.
Well, he threw it right where he wanted. I think he just might have missed by an inch or two, and that is ball number 1. So Sequin in this inning really trying to spot the ball a little bit more than rearing back like he did in the first inning. Let's see if he makes that adjustment. He comes right down Woodward Avenue with another 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, and Billy James has been around a long time, Umpin, Jeff, so he's seen the best of the best that the Great Lakes Bay has offered. Got him.
Safe. He just didn't get the tag
Ooh-wee.
down in time.
Close. From my perch, I thought he got him, but good eyes by the umpire out there. He had it all the way.
Well, and Mr. Walter, the base official, he's done Little League and Pony League World Series games, so he's very finely tuned and tested over time.
I recognized him when I saw him walk out, Jeff. You told me his name, but I did not recognize the name. And when I saw him, he's been around a long time, too.
You've probably got close to 60 years of experience out on the field umpiring, and they've been through all the rigors.
Yeah, they've seen it all. So, having guys like this for a rival game like this, that's huge.
Well, that's Jerry Haynes, the assigner. As that ball is just very softly hit, and they're calling it out. At the end of 2 innings of play, it's Western 10, Central nothing. Back for the third in a moment on Bay County TV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here at the top of the third inning, Jeff Doan and Mike Guasdala, glad to have you along. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming today. No Stephen Bauer, so he's got the trifecta duty.
They always say, where's Waldo? Where's Steven today?
He may have been working today.
Scored a run in the first inning.
Cam Bedell up for the Bay City Western Warriors. Jeff, the Warriors got a big lead right now, 10-0 over Bay City Central.
Now, they put that seventh spot on the board in the first inning, and they were just pounding the ball all over the field and seeing eye singles between first and second and between short and third, and they made it look easy.
Yeah, it was an impressive showing by Bay City Western.
So another nice job that time by Bublitz. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just getting a piece of it. Coach Mack thought about it for a while, and he's like, if my arms were that a little longer, I could have gone for that.
I'm not bending over to get that one for nobody.
All right. Ellison's back at third base. We're ready to go here with a 1-2 count. Boy, seeing eye again right up the middle. Takes the 3-hopper into the outfield, and Bedell with the leadoff batter on for the Western Warriors.
Again, good solid hitting by Bay City Western. And number two, Jimmy Sequin, the starting pitcher for Bay City Western, who's having a very good outing so far. We're in the top of the third with the Warriors up 10-0 and a man on first.
Boy, and he looks like he's ready to take off, too, as Bublitz at first base. But anytime, Gwiz, you can be second in the order and up for the third time in the third inning, you know you got something special. That ball dancing around to center field, and Aaron Kine able to track that down. And, boy, Sequin went, I hit that right on the screws, but straight to Kine.
Kine was positioned really nice right there. He was shaded over towards the right center field, so a good scouting report on Sequin. That's first out in the inning, 1 on, 1 out for Bay City Western.
Dominowski up to bat for the Western Warriors.
He's had a nice game today, too, from the plate.
He is their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, certainly deliver power, and that ball just fouled by a couple of feet as Dominowski jumped on that first Bublitz offering.
Owen is the center field for Bay City Western. And on deck looks like number 6 for Bay City Western, and that is Cal Plarski.
Boy, and head ball Dominowski says, that's on the inside. I'm just back up an inch, and it should just miss me.
It just did miss him.
It's like you don't want to catch those on the side of the shin. They're tainted a lot of meat there. Boy, and there's another rocket ball, and that ball is headed away from Kine. But he comes back and just outruns that ball in right center field, almost the same spot as the last one.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. He had a beat on it right off the bat, Jeff. Did a nice job. Got it back in, second out. Bay City Western, 2 outs.
Don't look now, Coach, but look at the flag.
I know. I just saw it. I could feel it. It's coming in, isn't it?
Yep. I thought, hey, we got a northeast breeze. We can wear our short sleeves today, but no such luck as great job by Action Jackson Miller. The Kirby vacuum comes out. He sucks up the ground ball to end the top of the third. Back for the bottom of the third. 10-0 Western over Central. Back in a moment on BCTV.
You step up to life's challenges. Covenant Healthcare helps you stay one step ahead. As the most preferred health system for orthopedics, we're leading the way with next-generation treatments like robotic-assisted joint replacements, advanced expertise for complex trauma injuries, and a personalized approach to sports medicine. With the largest orthopedic team, we're with you every step of the way. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here on Bay County TV as the Kirby vacuum, who ends the top of the third. Action Jackson Miller comes up to the plate and snapping a Charlie right there. That wasn't a choo-choo Charlie.
No, that choo-choo Charlie already went by earlier today.
Yep, he came by at 2 minutes to 4. He missed the start of the game. Boy, and then coming back with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Sequin really starting to mix his pitch as well.
That was a nice pitch, down and away. No balls, 2 strikes on Miller for Bay City Central, the first baseman.
Boy, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and the first out of the bottom of the third inning.
1 up and 1 away.
Those are solid pitches.
Yep, that wind continues to swirl, but it is pretty much back to the way it was at the start of the game. So we just had about a 5-minute span where the wind changed directions, and
you just never know around this community with that Saginaw Bay out there. You just never know where this wind is going to come from.
Well, it's all consistently inconsistent in beautiful Bay City.
Play a little golf out there and see how you like the wind.
Oh, yeah. You don't play the wind. You just hit it long and hard.
Wind doesn't affect a well-hit ball.
Oh, no.
Is what they tell me.
You scorch it. Yeah, I've heard that.
Of course, I got to have a well-hit ball before I know that.
I'm not familiar with that terminology. Just misses on the outside corner. Sequin even had to take an extra split second to check that out.
A little peek down there, didn't he? I like that.
And you see what Richard did, Coach, was saying, where was that? And he went,
just a skosh.
Give me an inch or two.
It was a skosh outside.
As the central hitter again is Ellison. And it's
2 on Ellison.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Ellison here as Sequin has an opportunity at 2-2 to throw the changeup or throw the cheese, and he came high with the fastball and tried to show a little different look. That means he's going low now after he changes the eye level, they say. Just on the outside, and I think he might have tried to get just a little fancy, but he went high to change eye level, and then he went low, but he just was a few inches outside.
We're back to the top of the order for the Wolves with number 8, Paulino Perez.
Well, Paulino, on the first pitch that he saw in the game, he roped the ball to the outfield, but a very nice catch by Dominowski to rail that in.
Nice curve. Nice. That was a nice curve. Nice.
All right, and you look to the first at-bat, the first pitch was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yep.
So now he says he's sitting dead red. I'm going to throw him off-speed. He comes back-to-back with off-speed, knowing that Perez had good timing on his fastball the first time up.
Ball was in the dirt. Aiden Richard did a really nice job getting down, going low, staying right in front of it, and keep the ball right in front of him. So good job by Aiden.
Well, he's technically sound by keeping that ball out in front of him. And, you know, he's not a huge catcher, so he's able to be a little more fluid in his movement and get to that ball and use his chest protector to knock that down and keep it in front of him. And maybe trying to just overthrow that a little bit. It's 3-1 right now with 1 out and that runner on first base. Still very, very good in the pitch column for a number of pitches. And, boy, when he needs a strike and he can throw that slow curveball.
Yeah. He's had an impressive showing. the first time I ever seen the young man play, so it's been a nice showing today.
So Paulino Perez just can't catch up to that curveball again, and all 3 strikes were curveballs. He does not want him timing the cheese.
Jose Castilla, the batter for Bay City Central, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd with the Warriors up 10-zip.
That ball, and he says that the batter went and offered on that first pitch, so it's no balls and 1 strike with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sequin out of the set and just an inch low, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Castilla looking to keep the inning going for Central here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Ooh, that's a nice move.
That was very close. And again, if you're even that split second sound asleep, that was the difference between a safe and out.
Coach Neitzel over there on first base doing a nice job.
It's the law firm on first and third.
Neitzel and Neitzel. We got Pinconning is that Sheligowski and Sheligowski.
Yeah. And that one right down the middle.
Hope we never have to use either one of them.
Well, Brady might be in his 5th year on the staff because Kozatek was the coach for a couple of years, and he was part of that grouping. And no need to worry about throwing the runner out at second. Strike 3. And at the end of 3rd, it's 10-0. Western over Central, back for the top of the 4th in a moment on BCTV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Andy Robbins, the batter. The outfielder from Western fouls off the first offering.
Andy did a nice job. Couple fly balls out there in right field with that goofy wind coming off from left to right. There's another one.
And that's going to blow right out of play right away from Stokoyak. And he was playing over in right center field, and he's like, oh, my goodness.
That thing started over first base and ended up 30 feet outside the foul territory.
Well, and the fence kind of undulates out as we get closer to that.
Undulates.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Look it up in your thesaurus.
Mr. Vincent, you are an educated man. Is undulate a word? Pretty close to a word, okay.
He says undulating or undulation is a word, just not undulating.
Well, I'm going to put that on my Apple phone and see what I come up with, but I'm afraid what I'm going to find.
It'll be question mark.
Yeah, right.
Another foul ball as Robbins continues to just push the ball all over the field. And it's like Billy Jane says, I only got 4 balls in my pouch, and 3 of them are down the right field and left field line. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to come. That ball goes out of play. Is that going to stay inside the second fence? Nope. It's going to bounce over and be on the railroad tracks, but there's a couple of strategic holes in the fence over there, Coach.
They're not meant to be there, but they're there.
I'm not saying how or why they got there. I'm just saying they are there. So it saves you from having to run all the way around. So maybe they are strategic.
Hit the service road over here. You get to take this road over to the softball field also.
As the softball team playing today, I did not look, but they may be at Western. I'm not positive, but I know the track team is out there, and Central having some trouble with their track. So athletic director Allison Sobchak had to go out there, take some pictures for senior day out at Western. That ball is crushed again, but look who's got a perfect beat on it, Aaron Kine.
Yeah, he's had a nice game out there, Jeff. Covering a lot of area and doing a nice job for Bay City Central out in the center field. That number 30 is Gabe Wagner, the left fielder for Bay City Western.
And you see Western with a goodly number of righty-lefties, so they like to alternate back and forth to make sure that they've got things, gives the pitcher something else to have to look at and think about.
I'll tell you a quick story about when I was at All Saints, 1978. Basically, All Saints Cougars won the state championship in baseball. They had, every batter had to be able to bat both left and right-handed.
Really?
Yes, that was one of the things that Coach Leon Giffel, who was the baseball coach at the time, Eddie Winkelkowski, the assistant. One of the things that Coach Giffel always said, we are going to go both ways in the batting cage, and they were very good at batting left and right-handed.
Well, and if you're somewhat proficient left-handed, you know, you could drop that bunt down and be halfway to first base. You could take the swinging bunt. You could take the flop of the bat the other way, and just getting back before a great move that time by Carter Bublitz.
Yeah, they won a state championship Class C in 78 that year, and they had to bat both ways. So Coach Giffel was adamant that everybody had to do that.
Was that the Essexville Giffels?
No.
Okay.
Nope. He was also my freshman basketball coach, so he is...
you give him credit for some of your success.
I do give him credit for some of my success. He's a good coach.
Miller ended up trying to pick that down, and those big size 13 shoes went out from underneath him, but he gobbled that thing right back up and kept the runner at first base.
A little slippage over there in front of the Western Warrior dugout.
I wonder somebody's been spitting.
It's pumpkin seeds.
Foul ball and
sunflower seeds over there.
Got that familiar spot down in the corner in the undulation area. Somebody's got to make the long run to go out there and get it.
You know, unfortunately, I'm going to have to look that up after the game. Mike, weren't you an English teacher? Weren't you an English teacher? Okay, so you should know. Undulation. Okay, not undulation. All right. So he was in the right church, the wrong pew.
Yes, indeed.
Gotcha.
Well, neighborhood facts are good.
Yeah.
The ball fouled off again, and 10-0. The Western Warriors here at the top of the fourth inning, as we've got a 2-2 count on our batter. Boy, that ball tipped to second base. Very nice job to get the first half, but relay throw not in time to get Vrabel.
Yeah, Vrabel's got some nice wheels going down the first baseline, Jeff. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth, and at bat number 5 for Bay City Western is Brady LaRue.
Like the way Sebastian McGill kind of got behind that. You transfer your feet to square up to second base and make sure you get that first out.
Good footwork.
And that one hit the shortstop, and great job as Castilla to McGill for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 10-0 Western over Central. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you along. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming. Let's thank some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff, our friends from Covenant Healthcare, the Bay City All Saints Booster Club, Frank's Great Outdoors, Village in Action Towing, Sandlot Sports, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV. Last but certainly not least, Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Well, and I was present last Saturday when you did a masterful job at Second Saturday at the Historical Museum talking about that great Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. They had a nice crowd there, Jeff, and picked up a membership. So we had a lot of fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing that presentation.
Well, you said we're tickling 40 new members.
Yes.
Just in the last couple of weeks, and so that's awesome as Sequin pounces off the mound and throws the ball to Plarski at first.
Yeah, that was, we know who's going in, but we haven't made that public yet, Jeff, but Lee Thompson is doing some work, getting a hold of some folks, and we'll let everybody know here fairly soon.
June 2nd?
June 2nd, we'll have our announcement party over at the Wanigan starting at 6 o'clock. So if you're not doing anything, everybody is welcome. You can grab a cold drink and a sandwich and find out the 2026 class for the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
And, if people haven't been there before, I can guarantee you it is a fun time. Your portion of it only lasts about maybe 15, 20 minutes. But it's just great to have a bunch of people hanging out. They've got good food, good beverage, and a great setting for that announcement party.
Nice pitch.
As Sequin rears back and throws a knee high, as Kine could not pull the trigger on that two-strike pitch.
Yeah, that came with some heat right there, Jeff. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Wyatt Stakoyak, the batter for the Bay City Central Wolves, and Wyatt is the right fielder for the Wolves.
Sequin has gotten himself back into a very nice groove, and he threw that curve ball, and Stakoyak offered on it, so it is strike 1 to Wyatt Stakoyak. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Boy, he changes speed in a hurry and comes back with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And, boy, when you can command 2 pitches like that at this level, you are definitely dominating.
2 balls, no strikes on Stakoyak. One's a little bit high. But you know what? That's good pitch. We got a 0-2. That's a really nice pitch right there by Sequin.
So does that mean he's going low now after he changed the eye level?
I think he's coming right down the pipe with one.
He just misses on the low outside corner. And that's his MO. Go high and then go change the eye level and go right down to the bottom of the zone.
Too.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on for Central. Oh, he pulled the string on that, and Stakoyak could not let it go. At the end of 4 innings of play, Western 10, Central nothing. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Your heart drives you forward. And it's your heart that drives the Covenant Center for the Heart to be on the forefront of next-generation heart treatments, like minimally invasive valve replacements and advanced procedures for AFib. For the very young and the young at heart, depend on our experts at the most preferred health system. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here on Bay County TV, ready to go for the top of the 5th inning. The number 9 hitter, Aiden Richard, to start things off. And woo, right back at us. If you'd have had your glove out, Gwiz, there was no fence there, you'd have had a souvenir.
I'll tell you what, I would have Kirby'd that like that Kirby vacuum you talked about. And by the way, Kirby vacuum, you are old, my friend.
Well,
if you
I
remember
do date
those.
myself, yep. Eureka.
Woo, wee.
Boy, they used to have that little belt driven in there where that was so heavy, but it felt a little smooth, and that thing chewed up everything, including a few of my G.I. Joes.
I think that was one of the first vacuums I used when I was a custodial engineer when I started my career in the Bay City schools.
Yep, I had a few Army men that bit the dust.
Oh, Mom was happy about that.
Yeah, when she could, you could be in the other room and hear that thing going on up through the Kirby, and a tear hits your eye.
They sound like a jet taking off. Oh, man.
2 strikes. We've digressed here.
Let's get back.
Richard with a 3-2 count here as the first batter in the 5th. And
good
just
pitch.
Hit the inside corner, and Paulino Perez scoops it up out of the dirt and
catches the inside corner for
just tags him out on his way. And see,
1 up and 1 away for Western.
Cam Bedell comes up and
Next up,
shows a little love to the catcher.
Did you see what he did, though, right away? He had another ball in his pocket. He wasn't going to have that thing in there for too long. He got rid of it in a hurry. Yep, as the wind now is
back to its old self.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost coming more out of the east to west instead of northeast. So it's really changed directions for the third time here in this game.
Well, that happened when we were here for the Pinconning game. It was blowing all around.
As that pitch is high, Bedell evens the count at 1-1. Boy, that ball hit right through the hole.
Revette threads the needle.
I tell you, did a nice job right there, Jeff, pulling the hands in on that inside pitch and then taking it to right field. That was really a nice piece of hitting right there for Bedell.
Van Tol, the new hitter for the Western Warriors.
He had a baseball in his pocket too, handed it to Mike James.
It must be the fashionable thing. Instead of having sunflower seeds, they got a Wilson back there.
He's the one that just happened to go get the ball. Would have probably wanted to go over by the railroad tracks.
I don't know if they've sent anybody through the hole in the fence to get the one on the tracks yet. That's a quick throw over to first base. Bublet's trying to keep that runner safe.
A nice change up right there.
And Toll with the swing and a miss on the first offering.
Bublitz has done a nice job since the first inning, Jeff. He's really zeroed in and has pitched very well for Bay City Central.
Yeah, he made a very, very nice adjustment the second time through the lineup. And he's done a job trying to keep his team in the game. Out of the set, just outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. The Western did all their damage in the first 2 innings and has put a couple of goose eggs up since. And that ball back, and Polino could not find it in time. And very good base running.
Yeah. Yeah, Western, again, very aware of what was going on with that ball right there, Jeff. And there you got 1 out, man on second. Still up 10-zip.
Good hitters count here at 3-1, and ball just low. And
Van Tol takes the walk.
Van Tol gets on base, and Brady Neitzel's coming out right now, and we'll see if he's interested in making a pitching change. Might be on a pitch count, and I would say he's probably around 85, 90 pitches.
Yeah, we're going to have a pinch hitter, Jeff, coming up right now. Looks like number 7, Owen Beebe.
Associate pitching change for Bay City Central.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spiritwear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spiritwear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
All right, after the pitching change, we only get one
two thumbs up this time.
No Steven. Stakoyak goes from right field to the pitching mound here, and with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. As another new hitter.
Number 7, Owen Beebe, pinch hitting for the Bay City Western Warriors. They're up 10-0 here in the top of the 5th.
So watching Stakoyak throw, he's going to be right around home plate with most of his offerings. He's not going to overpower you, but trying to move it in and out and up and down and keep the batters off balance.
1 ball, 1 strike on Beebe. 2 men on for Bay City Western. Central at double play depth.
Boy, and Polino can't quite get to the outside as both runners advance.
Runners advance on the wild pitch.
Polino just tried to slide that body over. Couldn't quite get in front of it to knock it down.
He gave it a good effort right there, Jeff. 2-1 on Beebe, the pinch hitter for Bay City Western, with men on second and third, 1 out.
Well, right on the outside corner. Again, when you can't overpower, you got to be able to spot your pitches.
Yep.
And Stokoyak is doing a pretty good job of that so far. And strike 3 as Stokoyak gets out number 2 here in the top of the 5th.
Another pitch hitter for Bay City Western, Jeff. It's number 44, Waylon Sequin.
Oh.
For Bay City Western.
Let's see what Waylon can do.
Well, you know what they say, Waylon, Jimmy, and the boys. Huh? Mr. Vincent knew what I was talking about right there. Well, he nodded his head right away. Yeah, right.
We're talking about Kirbying and dating and aging ourselves, and we're all from an era. First pitch from Stokoyak, a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes for Sequin, the pinch hitter.
Just took a little look down to my left, Jeff, as we were talking during the break. There is Dr. Ron Stokoyak down in the stands over by the central dugout taking some pictures.
Oh, yeah.
See him?
Absolutely. Boy, a little snap Charlie there as the hitter just froze on that. But, yep, Grandpa Ron is in the house, and always a pleasure spending a quality minute with him. Well, that ball is tagged to center, but Aaron Kine out there is going to be a gobbling. At the end of 4.5 innings, it's still 10-0. Central coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. Oh, hang on. We got somebody coming out on the field right now. It's my backup at Bay City Central, Ford Randall.
The King.
Assistant coach.
The King.
Coach, the King. The chick magnet. He's got all those things. I like hanging out with him. He gets all the hugs at Central.
He's one popular dude walking the halls at Bay City Central.
It's always a pleasure being by his side.
He takes care of your light work for you, too,
yes,
doesn't he?
Indeed, and I only get another 2 weeks with him, and he'll be graduating. So we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Sebastian McGill up to bat for Bay City Central here in the bottom of the 5th, as the Western pitcher has maintained great poise and control through the first 4.5.
Yeah, you hit it right there, Jeff. He has had a nice outing.
And this is one of these games where 2 of the top 3 pitchers from Western are going to throw today because the way the schedule works out, they've got a little break before they come back next week and do the crossover and get ready for the districts.
Not sure of do you know where districts for these teams are this year?
I did not look and see. That's still 2 weeks out. So
that's always an interesting time with pre-districts and districts and all that stuff going on.
Well, I mean, and any time you've got Central, Western, Midland High, and Midland Dow all in the same district, you've got one of those 4 teams that are going to get knocked out of the districts that has a chance in another district to go to the regional final.
Yes, you're exactly right.
As Sequin comes back and just 3-1 and 3-2 just throws flamethrower right through McGill.
Next batter for Bay City Central, number 2, Carter Bublitz. Was the starting pitcher for
number 2, Carter Bublitz.
Bay City Central. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Nobody on, and Central down 10-0 here to Bay City Western at the McGregor Complex.
Boy, I'll tell you, Sequin has just
he's right
got
on.
great control of that curveball. And then just a little bit low with the cheese, as it is 1 ball and 1 strike. But he does such a nice job of keeping the eye level changed and goes down below with another pitch. So good job by Bublitz that time to take.
You can see why he's getting some looks early as a sophomore.
Nice job by Bublitz. He makes contact, gets just a little bit underneath it, and Dominowski gobbles it up in center.
2 down for the Wolves.
So it's Action Jackson Miller, the Kirby vacuum at first base.
Now batting number 23, Jackson Miller.
Another one of the great young men I get to see every day, and just always has a big smile on his face, and great kid for the school. Miller rears back. He was trying to dent that 0 on the board, trying to put one out over the left field fence. I tell him, go to right center with it. You'll get better carry. And no balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. So Central down to their last strike here to try and keep this inning going. Sequin to the windup and the pitch. Strike 3, and I believe that is all there is.
There isn't anymore.
And the final score in our ball game and the 10-run after 5-inning rule is the Western Warriors 10 and Central nothing. Back in a moment to put the wraps on this one on Bay County TV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local destination for custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional goods in the Great Lakes Bay region. With not 1, not 2, but 3 convenient locations right here in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region, we're your MVP when it comes to branded gear that hits the mark. For over 15 years, we've believed in community, in delivering top-tier quality, and in making your brand shine brighter than ever. And guess what? We're not just about sports. From schools to clubs, from businesses to community events, we're your one-stop shop for custom apparel that makes a statement. So if you're ready to elevate your brand, to make an impact, and to fuel your passion, choose Sandlot. Visit us today at one of our 3 unbeatable locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, or check us out online at sandlotsports301.com. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your brand, our passion.
Back with our Sandlot Sports post-game wrap-up. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. This is a season and a game of early and often for the Western Warriors.
Yeah, that was an impressive showing in the first 2 innings, wasn't it, Jeff? The Bay City Western Warriors, they put their hitting helmets on today, and they put up a big 7 there in the first inning and 3 more in the next inning, and they came out ready to hit the baseball today.
Well, Sequin, you had your first opportunity to see that sensational sophomore, and he's legit.
He is really legit. You know, he's got some a nice fastball, Jeff, and he can really put any pitch that he throws anywhere he wants, and he did a really nice job. And Richard, the catcher, did a nice job framing those pitches, so I was impressed with Jimmy Sequin today.
After the first inning, I really felt like Carter Bublitz did a great job the second time through the batting order to really change his pitching, and they were kind of stymied after they got that 7th spot in the first.
Yeah, he kind of found his comfort zone when you look at him, Jeff, and he really did a nice job from the second inning on. He never scored another run. He did a really good job. Central did a nice job defensively, and Western got the ball in play, but there were a lot of flyouts and groundouts and stuff like that. So when he settled down, I thought he did a great job.
Well, again, playing the outfield was an adventure today. 3 different times during the game, the wind changes directions.
It was really goofy. It was blowing north-northeast, then it was blowing right out of the east, and it was blowing from south into our press box. So it kind of switched around, but it made it kind of difficult for the kids, but the outfielders, but they did a nice job adjusting to the wind.
Well, we didn't know if we were going to do a nice job. As that wind came in, we thought, hey, we're underdressed.
We're going to have to go get our heavy-duty Bay County team BCTV apparel from Sandlot Sports.
Well, it was a great win for Western again as they chase another Valley championship, and Bay City Central just continues to get better, and hope that continues.
Yeah, and Brady's done a nice job. Kids are playing hard. Bubitz did a nice job. They were hitting the ball really well. So, and next week we got them again. We got them on our last game of the year where we got to go out to John Glenn, Central Wolves, playing the Bobcats. And, Jeff Hart and the Bobcats will always has a good team, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of the Bobcats this year along with our Wolves.
Another Bay County Sports Hall of Famer.
Bay County Sports Hall of Famer.
That's a resounding theme. And sitting right by Mike Vincent again, the voice of Bay City Central.
And
it's
yourself.
always a pleasure.
And yourself. I'll tell you what, I've been hanging out with a lot of heavy hitters lately in the press box.
You just beware, brother. There's good news on the horizon. That about puts the wraps on our Sandlot Sports post-game wrap-up. On behalf of the whole crew, I'm Jeff Dodd along with Mike Wisdall. Another great job by Nick Page. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you from Glenn.